RC Lens have had a phenomenal 4 years of football, picking up promotion back in 2020, and then the following 2 years getting really solid finishes in Ligue 1. But this year they really overperformed, finishing second in the league, only 1 point behind French giant PSG. Like I said, a phenomenal 4 years of football, but I think I can do better. So today I've become the new manager of RC Lens, and not only will they become the best team in France, but the best team in the world. So this is the starting 11 I've loaded into, and RC Lens have got a bloody good team. I'm very familiar with a couple of these players like Kevin Danso, Fofana, and of course Openda, the goal machine himself. No wonder they're doing well in the league. They've got a solid starting 11, and their squad depth is actually pretty good on the bench as well. But as much as I like the team as it is, that formation is getting changed. I am not rocking with 5 at the back. Instead, we're going for the 4-3-3 defensive formation. We've got a CDM, we've got a lot of box-to-box midfielders and a couple of wingers. This is solid for RC Lens. And just like that, everybody's in position, everybody looks pretty happy, but our job is nowhere near done yet. We still need to make a lot of improvements with this team to make them the best team in the world. But to do this, we haven't got much money at all, only 16 million to spend in season 1. So we've got to make sure whoever we bring in, they're a very good signing for the future. Now looking at the team, our attacking trio, our midfield trio, and our goalkeeper is pretty decent, which just leaves our defense to meddle with. And as you can see, our fullback Machado is the weakest link in that back four, so that's where we're going to focus all of that money. And our first signing in charge of Lens is going to be Adria Pedrosa from RCD Espanyol. He is 24 years old, 77 rated already. He's got some really good stats and 12 months left on his contract. And because of this, we only had to spend 11.5 million to make him an RC Lens player. And it looks like we've got a baller waiting for us in the youth academy. Arthur Paul, he's 16 years old and already 67 overall. I don't think he's ready for the first team yet, but I'm going to send him out on loan to get some experience. But with that being said, we only have 3 mil left in our budget, so that's our transfer window done. Which means this is the team going into season 1, and honestly, we've not done much with it. We switched the formation, we've brought in Pedrosa, a much needed upgrade in that defense, but aside from that, we've inherited a very solid team already. Now, obviously, we'll want to match what they did in real life, but realistically, I don't think that's going to happen, so I'm just going to aim for a top 6 finish by the end of this season and just hope for the best. You ain't going to believe this. We are first in the league halfway through the season. Boys, what the bloody hell's going on? PSG are 5th in the league, man. They are really having an off season. I mean, if we can keep this up until the end of the year, RC Lens, you know where to find me, boys. And Openda is just unbelievable. 15 goals and 2 assists in 15 games, man. I'm going to try my hardest to keep him until the very end. And we have had our budget increase, bear in mind, but we still can't really do much with 6 million. So I am going to leave the team as it is to finish off season 1, and some individuals have really bloody improved. 82 rated Samba, 81 rated Kevin Danso, 80 rated Abdul Samed, and of course 81 rated Openda. This man is just a god, isn't he? Now don't get me wrong, we're doing amazing. We are first in the league halfway through the season, but really that doesn't mean anything. It matters where we are at the very end of the season. We came so close, boys. We finished second at the end of this season. We were 2 points above PSG, but 2 points below OGC Nice. I don't mind Nice winning it, to be fair. At least it isn't bloody PSG as always. But we had a shocking cup run, making it to the round of 16 to lose to Stade Lavallois. And just guess who our top goal scorer is? Openda with 25 goals and 3 assists in 36 games. In our first season in charge of Lens, we finished second in the league and made the round of 16 in the cup. Imagine what we could do with another 4 years in charge of this club. But I've got to admit, I am hoping the board back us a little bit, because there's not much we can really do with 16 million again. We're now into season 2 of RC Lens, and obviously because we finished second in the league last year, we have qualified for the Champions League this season, so we've got to make some bloody good signings in this squad. Overall, I'm quite happy with how the team looks, but there are a couple of areas that we really need to sort out. Now, I'm willing to give Onana another chance. He's 78 rated and he's only 23 years old, so I'm going to give him another couple of seasons to develop. He did grow 4 overall last year, but we definitely need to look for a better fullback than Frankowski and a better winger than Thomason. Once we sort those positions out, this team literally has no weaknesses in the starting 11. The board have given us a bit more money, but I don't think it's quite enough. We've got 44 million to spend in season 2. Now, for the caliber of player I want to bring in, 44 million just isn't enough for 2 players, so I think we're going to have to focus on one area of the pitch and just stick to it. Now, Frankowski is a better player than Thomason, so I say we put all of our money and effort into bringing in a better winger. And I think I found the player I want for that role in Romain Favier, who currently plays for Olympique Lyon. He's 25 years old, 79 rated, got some half-decent stats. I think he'd do the job for us. And he is our most expensive player yet, as we've just had to spend 26 million to bring him to RC Lens. Now, we do still have 19 million in our budget. And whilst the team is good, I really want to bring in a better fullback than Frankowski. Frankowski. But obviously with the budget we've got, we're not going to be able to bring in a better player than him. So I've done something I very rarely do. I'm putting up a couple of players on the transfer list in the hopes that I can build some funds in order to bring in a better fullback. And after selling all those players, we now have 38 million in our budget. Now I'm almost certain that's enough to get a better right back. And we are stealing a player off PSG, Nordi Mukalele. He's 25 years old, 81 rated. He is injured for 10 days, but I'm sure he'll be fine for the rest of the season. And we've actually broken our transfer record feat again, bringing Mukalele to the team for 29 million. And now that that's done and dusted, this is the team that is going to go into season 2. Honestly, this team has progressed so well in the course of only one season. There's some players that are really starting to shine through. I'm expecting a big season from you, Opendit. Big goals once again, lad. Now, last year we finished second in the league, and this season we're going to see if that was a fluky finish or not, because if we do the exact same this season, we'll definitely know we deserved it. But whether we deserved it or not, we qualify for the Champions League regardless. We're in Group C alongside Bayern Munich, Villarreal and Bodo Glimt. Now, if I was a betting man, I'd bet Bayern Munich would top this group with flying colours, but that does leave that second place position up for grabs, and I really want to finish second in this group. We've just arrived in January and we are third in the league halfway through the season, only 4 points off first place PSG. I'm telling you, this title race is nowhere near over. You ain't gonna believe this either. We've topped Group C, beating Bayern Munich to that first place position. We've cruised to the round of 16. And shock of the century, Open is our top goal scorer with 22 goals and 6 assists in 25 games. If we're lucky and manage to keep Open until the very end, he will be an absolute monster. And we do have 7 mil in the budget, but we can't really do anything with that money. So I am going to leave the team looking like this going into the knockouts of the Champions League. I'm honestly so impressed with the progression of this squad, and it's only been 2 seasons in charge of them. I mean, obviously we probably won't go on to win the Champions League, but we can certainly have a good go at going quite far in it at the same time. And in the round of 16, it's Italian giants Roma, and honestly, I reckon we've got a good chance of beating these guys. They have got a good team, don't get me wrong, but our team has really come on since last season, so you never know what could happen. We are away from the first leg and we got annihilated 3-1. Wow, okay, maybe not. Bloody hell, it's against us in the second leg. We're 3-1 down. We've got Onana suspended and Mukalele's injured. I would say we've got a chance, but I really don't think we have. I think this is our journey in the Champions League come to an end. We've been absolutely battered by Roma. 5-2 on aggregate, 2-1 on the night. Boys, this has just been embarrassing. I mean, we may have done pants in Europe, but hopefully we will have done all right in the league. Well, thankfully, we did finish second at the end of this season, but we were 14 points behind the champions PSG. Credit where credit's due, they've wiped the floor with us this time. But we've won our first trophy in charge of RC Lens, beating Stade Rennais to win the Coupe Nationale. I think by Mukalele was a mistake. Getting injured in that Roma game, that's a bad sign. Opendit is a beast. 47 goals and 9 assists in 51 games is honestly phenomenal. I think we got the humbling we needed this season. We might be doing well in the French league, but in Europe it is a completely different ball game. In the next 2 or 3 seasons, we've got to really start building this team to a point where we can actually compete in the Champions League. Otherwise, we're going to get embarrassed every single year. But before we go any further, if you're enjoying the video so far, leave it a big old thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers for the end of this month, and we are getting so close to achieving that target. So if you guys can help me out, that would be amazing. We're now into season 3 and we have got a very decent budget of 71 million to spend. And looking at the team, there's a couple of areas that we do need to improve. I'd like to bring in a better centre midfielder than Onana, and I want to bring in a better right back than Mukalele. And whilst I'm at it, I am going to put him on the transfer list. He's just too injury prone. He was injured when we first bought him, and he was injured in the round of 16 against Roma. And we've got a very good offer from Aston Villa, 29.3 million. I'm just going to flat out accept it. And with his sale, we've now got 99 million to spend. I think it's about time we got to work. And the first thing I'm doing is bringing a better fullback into the team, and I think Van der Sar is the man for the job. 23 years old, 81 rated. He plays for Monaco, and we keep finishing above them in the league, so I think it's about time he played for the better team. And for exactly 31 million, we have made him an RC Lens player. And for the centre midfielder role, I'm going for Exkiel Palacios from Bayer Leverkusen. Definitely got that name wrong, but he's 25 years old, 84 rated, and he's got less than 12 months on his contract as well. And it's because of this we only had to spend exactly 35 million on him. And we do still have a nice total of 26 million our budget, but I'm going to save that until January. Which means this is the team going into season 3, and I am absolutely loving how this team looks now. Our midfield trio is solid, our front three are bagging goals left, right and centre. Our defence is actually sorted now. I think we've got a good shot at going quite far in the Champions League this year. But we do have an early opportunity for silver as we're playing against PSG PSG in the Trophy D Champion. I believe this is the equivalent to the FA Community Shield in England, but if we do beat PSG, that's a really good indication of where we are. Oh my god, we actually beat them as well. 4-3 on pens, boys. That is a very good start to the campaign. And of course, we are once again in the Champions League. We're in Group C alongside Bayern Munich, Sevilla and Shakhtar Donetsk. Now, last year I thought Bayern were going to finish first in the group stage, but we ended up finishing first instead, and that's exactly what I want to happen again this year. Well, we've just arrived in January, and we are 4th in the league halfway through the season. For our standards, this is pretty shocking. And we're 6 points behind 3rd place Monaco. It's going to be tough to catch these boys in this league. But once again, we've topped the group stage in the Champions League, but Bayern Munich are in the Europa League now. Sevilla finished 2nd. That is absolutely nuts. And Openda once again, 20 goals and 1 assist in 26 games. Now we do still have 28 million to spend. And looking at the starting 11, there's not really anything you can do with that money to improve it, so I'm going to focus my attention on that subs bench. Now I'm not too fussed about the striker, but I'm definitely going to use that money to bring in a better second choice keeper just in case Samba gets injured. And I found the perfect second choice keeper in Gavin Bazunu, who currently plays for Sporting. He is 22 years old and 77 rated. Anything happened to Bamber, he'd fill his shoes quite nicely. And thankfully, he was just about within our budget as he cost us 24.5 million. And with that signing, our transfer window is done, and this is the squad that is going to go into the knockouts for the 2nd time. Now, this team is far superior to the squad that went into the knockouts last year and got absolutely annihilated by Roma, so I'm hoping this year we can make it a bit further than the round of 16. You honestly can't write this one, boys. Real Madrid in the round of 16, and on top of that, our left wingers picked up a suspension as well. Anything else want to go against me? I really don't want to get knocked out in the round of 16 2 seasons running, but it genuinely looks like that's going to happen, man. Real Madrid, it's a 2-2 draw. You know what? That isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. We have our full strength start 11 back for the 2nd leg. It is 2-2 on aggregate. Are we going to get past Real Madrid? Or is our journey in the Champions League ending? Oh my god. Openda's a god, man. 102nd and 105th minute goals put us in the quarterfinals and we knock out Real Madrid. We are really up against it this time, boys. Barca in the quarters. I mean, Real Madrid in the round of 16. Barcelona right after them. Really? And their team is absolutely no joke. I don't think we're going to get past these guys. We are away from a first leg. It's a 3-2 win to Barcelona, man. It ain't looking good. It's not looking good. We are 3-2 down, but it's not impossible to knock Barcelona out from this position. We are at home in this game. Aussie Lens, do what you do best. Okay, maybe not. We got annihilated on aggregate 5-2. I mean, we did knock Real Madrid out in the round of 16. That's something at least. But hopefully once we reach the end of the season, we booked our ideas up in the league. Well, boys, we've just arrived in June and we finished 2nd in the league for the 3rd season running, with PSG winning the French league once again by bloody 8 points this time. We simply just can't win the league with Lens, can we? But we can win the Coupe Nationale as we've absolutely annihilated Lyon 4-1 in the final. I think if we make a couple of really good signings next year, we've got the Champions League in the bag with this squad. Our boys have done bits this season. 40-7 for Openda, 27-8 for Romain Favier, and 20-10 for our youth academy prospect from all the way back in season 1. I think we're gonna have to start him next year. He's 84 rated, 19 years old. He's made that other winger look absolutely useless. But like I've just said, obviously budget depending, a couple of really good signings next season, and we've got a very good chance of getting to the final of the Champions League. We're now into season 4 with Lens, and there's only a couple of areas we really need to work on, and I think we'll be ready for the Champions League. Van der Sar hasn't really worked out how I wanted him to, so we will be getting a better right back. And we will be focusing a bit more on the subs bench, bringing in a better striker and a better CDM. And thankfully, we do have a good budget to do this. We have 103 million to spend this season. And starting with the fullback, I'm going for Mazraoui from Liverpool. He's 27 years old. He's 85 rated. He's a massive step up in quality from what we've already got in that position. And for 49.5 million, we have made Mazraoui an RC Lens player. And for our second choice striker, I'm going for Belotti. He's 31 years old, 79 rated. We all remember what a baller this guy is. And we have secured him on a 2-year deal for just 11.5 million. And finally, for that midfield role, I'm going for Mateo Kovacic, who currently plays for Leipzig. He's 31 years old and he's 82 rated. He's got that experience we need in this squad. And for 22.5 million, we have signed Mateo Kovacic on a 3-year deal. And And with that, our transfer window is done, and now the team looks like this going into Season 4 with RC Lens. Our front three, our midfield trio, our back line, our goalkeeper, even our subs bench is all riddled with absolute quality. I'm telling you, no matter who we come up against this time in the Champions League, we're definitely doing better than just the quarters. And yet again, we have an early chance of silver as we play against PSG in the Trophy D Champion. Now, last year, if I'm not mistaken, we beat them. So, are we going to be... Oh, no, they got us this time. Good Druder, you absolute scumbag. And we are obviously once again in the Champions League room Group C, once again as well against RB Leipzig, Benfica, and Raquel. And I'll be honest with you, this group compared to the last two we were put in is very mild, so I definitely want to top this group. We've just arrived in January, and we are second in the league, and we're 7 points behind PSG. We're just not going to catch them, are we? And boys, we dominated Group C, 6 wins from 6, and we cruised to the round of 16. And we do have 9 million to spend, but we've really done everything we wanted to do in the first transfer window. So I'm leaving the team like this to once again go into the knockouts. I don't care who you put up against us, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG, Barcelona, we are beating every single one of them. And first up, we face Frankfurt in the round of 16, and honestly, it's a really nice change not to face a proper big team first up. But that doesn't change a damn thing. Frankfurt are in this position for a reason. They're a good team. So, with that being said, first leg, what's the result? It's going to be a 4-2 win for us, and it looks very good going into the second leg. We've got a very comfortable lead. Hopefully, we don't make it too difficult for ourselves. Let's just win the game. There we go, 2-1, 6-3 overall, and we're cruising to the quarters. And next up is going to be Manchester United in the quarterfinals. And honestly, looking at their team and comparing it to ours, I would say ours is actually a bit better. It's alright me saying that, though. The boys need to prove it on the pitch. And for God's sake, now that I've said that, don't let me down. Okay. Bruno missed a penalty in the 86th minute. It's 1-1 going into the second leg. I feel like an Openda masterclass is about to happen. We are away from home in the second leg. Boys, it's all or nothing. Openda has just put us through to the semi-finals. What did I tell you? Openda in the 9th, 37th, and in the 81st. Boys, I absolutely love that man. Frankfurt, Manchester United, and now Arsenal in the semi-finals. And honestly, that team, I can't even lie to you. I hate Arsenal, but that team is bloody good. And on top of that, Fofana is suspended for this game. I think Kovacic will come in for him, but that is a big blow for us. We are going to get into this game regardless. We are away from him in the first leg, and it's a 2-2 win to us. Paul and Favier give us the lead. Boys, we are 1 game away from that final. We've got our full-strength team back in action for the second leg, and all we need is a draw, and we have done it. We've knocked Arsenal out, and we are in the semi-final. Boys, we've absolutely destroyed them 4-1 on aggregate, and we've booked our place in that Champions League final. And in the final, we face off against Spanish giants Real Madrid. But in the league, we have once again finished second. We just can't beat PSG, man. They're too good. And honestly, how stupid is this? We've got to the Coupe Nationale final. We're playing against Nice, but the final takes place after the Champions League final. Like, how dumb is that? And our front three did business this year. 32-8 for Openda, 30-15 for Romain Favier, and 29-6 for Arthur Paul. Well, Abdul Samed's an absolute moron. He's got himself suspended for the final in the biggest game of his damn career. I feel like we're going to have to switch the formation and just play Kovacic as a centre midfielder. I mean, don't get me wrong, the team still looks bloody brilliant, but Abdul Samed is definitely going to be missed in this final. But the transformation since Season 1 is honestly incredible, and some individuals have really stood out. Like 87 overall Paul, 87 overall Favier, 88 rated Palacios, and of course 89 rated Openda. They've all just put a rate shift in, haven't they? And I'm not going to be playing the final once again. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch this team become the best team in the world. We're on the attack early on. Are we going to make anything of this? Openda's just got the ball, and he's decided to back heel it into the opposition. Openda, I hope this isn't a running theme in this game. You just giving the ball away willy-nilly. Vinicius Jr. is on the counter-attack now. That's one player I really do not want on the ball. Oh my God, boys. This is not looking good. We're playing the ball around quite nicely, to be fair, but it's not in their half, which is where it needs to be played, for God's sake. Obviously, do you see what I mean? What is that? Boys, are we forgetting how to keep the ball for longer than 10 seconds in their half or something? Real Madrid looks so comfortable going forward. They could literally score every single time they attack if they wanted to. Oh, it's coming, it's coming. Oh my God. Sambi is keeping us in the game. 20 minutes in, and we are getting our absolute arses handed to us. Valverde with another corner, and this time it's going into the box. Head that away. Real Madrid are actually kicking our arse. Oh my God, get it away. Thank God for that. Can we please keep hold of the ball? Thank you. That's a nice bit of football. Oh my god. Why do we keep giving it away every single time? My AI doesn't have a brain cell to rub together, but Real Madrid's is absolutely unreal. This is so painful to watch. Honest to God, man. What is that? Oh my god. I am honestly losing the will to live here. It's like our players are intentionally giving the ball away every single time they can. Just about makes it to... Okay, Openda, right, this is good. This is good. Paul, oh my god. I had my hair cut about 5 days ago, but I feel like ripping the rest out watching this. It's so frustrating. We're playing this ball a lot better than the second half. I'll give them that. It looks like they've heard me, for God's sake. Fofana, don't lose the ball. Oh, please, please. Is that in? Is that a goal, though? Is that a... Oh, my God, that's a goal. The most undeserving one-goal lead I've ever witnessed. But it's come, and I'm definitely not complaining about it. Let's just keep this going until the 90-minute mark. Favier on the ball once again. Openda, look for the 1-2. Please, see Favier running. It's too late. Just keep the ball. Don't give it away willy-nilly. That's actually a lot... But we'd have lost that in the first half. Pedrosa. Oh, this is good. Can we take a shot? Oh, we just hit the post. We've just hit the post! This is the most stressful game of football I've ever watched. And I watched Chelsea beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League final as a kid. That was stress. Oh, no, no. Oh, what a save! Samba, what a save, you absolute legend. Boys, Real Madrid are really knocking on the door. Thankfully, that's a great tackle. Okay, boys, it's literally 3-on-3. We can get a second goal here if we play this right. Openda's through. Boys, release the ball! Hit it. Oh my god. There's no way you've just missed that. There's no way you've just missed that. Oh, I'm going to lose my hair watching this game. I swear to God. We've got just under 5 minutes to go, boys. We've got 5 minutes to go until we're the best team in the world. Please, finish it. Boys, we've done it. RC Lens have done it. Oh my God. I'm so relieved. This is the most stressful game of football I have ever witnessed. We don't deserve it. We definitely don't deserve it. Real Madrid have been all over us like a fly on shit. But we've somehow got a second goal. And I think that's the game dead and buried. We now just have to make sure we don't pull off any stupid mistakes to concede in like the 90th minute. Just to make it a little bit more difficult for us. That might be it. And it is. RC Lens 2, Real Madrid 0, and we are officially the best team in the world. Boys, it's taken us 4 seasons to do this with RC Lens, and I think that's a damn good achievement. And if you enjoyed this video, you should click somewhere right here to watch me rebuild Lionel Messi's new team.